this time, please welcome the pitch Altitude FC and TSS Rovers. At this time, fans, we ask you to please rise if you're able, remove your hats and join us for the performance of our Canadian national anthem.
Friday night under the lights at Swangard Stadium. Does it get any better than this? It's League One BC men's division action as TSS Rovers take on Altitude in a battle between the current second and third in the 2024 League One BC standings. TSS Rovers headed into week 4 in the top spot. The Whitecaps win on Wednesday night put them temporarily, the Rovers will hope, into first place. A win tonight for TSS, a draw tonight for TSS will see them go back into first spot. I am Michael McCall, I'm your match commentator for the second of our League One BC Games of the Week here on the YouTube channel of the league. We'll get into the starting lineups right away. For visiting Altitude, in goal, number 50, Luka Ortu. Number 3, Wiz Shavula. Number 4, Ali Azamirnu. Number 7, Carson Bushman Dormand. Number 9, Atos Di Sequeira. Number 12, Marcus Puhalj. Number 17, Oliver Herbert. Number 19, Ambrose Tinmouth. Number 20, David Rodriguez. Number 22, Nathan Walters. And number 95, Hockey Tipe. For TSS, in goal, as he has been all season so far, wearing the number 1 jersey, it's Justin Sandu. Number 2, Josh Tomei. Number 4, Nick White. Number 6, Ali Zohar. Number 7, Connor McMillan. Number 10, Matteo Polisi. Number 12, Albert Kang. Number 17, Danilo Shmichenko. Number 18, Devin O'Hay. Number 22, Kian Proctor. And number 23, Gurman Sanga. The man in the middle tonight for this League One BC encounter is Amir Ramic. First assistant referee, Ere Dimitris. Second assistant referee, Daniel Auld. And the fourth official is Marco Ristic. We should be in for a fantastic encounter. Some great soccer action tonight. If you want to be part of it, we always love to make these broadcasts interactive. Get in touch via the live chat on YouTube, or you can get in touch with me on Twitter at AFTN Canada. Jenny Pateman has done just that on the YouTube stream. She says, good luck Altitude FC and to Hockey Tipe, who, if I'm butchering his name, I mentioned this in the last game, let me know how to pronounce his name because I still haven't had the full answer to that. TSS, as I mentioned, currently sitting second in the standings with 2 wins from their 2 matches, 100% record, 6 goals for, just 1 goal against. 4 different scorers for TSS this season, Matteo Polisi and Gurman Sanga leading the way with 2 goals apiece, and also Gurman Sanga leading the assists with 2 assists. 3 first half goals for TSS and 3 second half goals, so very evenly spaced out for the Rovers. They are wearing their red jerseys, red shorts with their white shoulders and the white numbers and trim, shooting left to right. And they will get the action underway in this one. Albert Kang in the middle. Altitude in their all-black jerseys from right to left. The whistle is blown. Albert Kang gets the action off and running for Altitude. They've got 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss from their 3 games so far. They're sitting on 4 points. Just the 2 goals scored for and just the 2 goals given up as well. Their last encounter, a 0-0 played at the weekend against Rivers at Kinsman Field. Atos Disakera and Carson Bushman-Dorman, the 2 players on the score sheet for Altitude this season. And it's 2 strong lineups. Thanks to Derek Freeman, who is Hauke Tippe, I've been told, so we'll go with that from now on. He should know. He is his boss in VMSL play for Reno's Fury. Sorry, Derek. And they used to be Reno's Tigers, that's a long story. But a lot of these Altitude players do play their winter football in the VMSL with Reno's, so they have that chemistry. And Atos Disakera, one of those players, putting the pressure on Justin Sandu right from the off there. The temperature certainly dropped from the women's game, where it was like 16, 17 degrees at kickoff. Quite chilly when I went down there between the matches. As the Rovers try and get their first attack going. Here's O'Hay. Nice chip ball looking for Polisi, just over Polisi's head though. Almost runs through there to Gurman Sanga. And this should be a fantastic, fascinating end-to-end encounter. These are 2 teams that really do like to play attacking football. In their 4 meetings so far in League 1 BC, the Rovers have won 2, Altitude 1, and there's been 1 draw. Polisi slips this through to Gurman Sanga. Tries to give the ball back there to Polisi, but that is well broken up there by Hauke Tippe. And the Rovers just slowly bringing this out from the back once again. Ali Zohar looking for some movement. Gets it forward to Polisi. He is unceremoniously bundled over by Ali Azar Minu. 26-year-old from Iran who has played for 4 pro teams over in Iran and was under 21 Defender of the Year in one of the years. Now playing his football for Altitude and in the winter with Aries AFA out in the Fraser Valley League. Here goes Sanga again. He's having a great start to the season for the Rovers. 4 goal contributions in 2 matches. Looking to add to that now. Thinks about the shot and goal. Plays it inside to Polisi. Just runs under Polisi's foot. He does well to recover, but Altitude will get the ball up the wing for Disakera to try and chase down. That's too much on it for the Brazilian, and that one will just run out for a Rovers throw-in. The first half of the women's game was quite a slow-paced affair. I'm not expecting that in this one. As I mentioned, these are 2 teams that really like to be on the front foot. Last season, the Rovers outscored Altitude 9-1 in their 2 meetings. And Tip there just doing well at the back. Still working on his pronunciations. Nice chip forward there by Tomei to O'Hay. Heads it back into the path of McMillan, but that was well snuffed out there by Puhalj. McMillan, though, wins it back. He's two Altitude players around him. McMillan manages to get the cross in, but straight into the arms of Luca Ortu. And Altitude will bring it up the right-hand side. Nathan Walters, his third season now with Altitude, and such an important piece of this Altitude backline. Altitude hoping to make it to the playoffs for the first time on the men and the women's side. Whitecaps coach Rich Fagan just taking a seat in front of me, along with Jeevan Khan from Vancouver FC. Wonder who they might be watching out on that pitch tonight. It's Altitude now on the attack. Good important block there from the cross from Bushman Dormand. Another player that, despite his young years, has so much experience in the world of football, has been playing over in Europe. Given away though by Altitude, and both teams really like to press, so you might see quite a few turnovers, especially in the early going here as they try and find the foot. And acrobatic stuff from the German centre-back Tippe there. Rodriguez now out to De Sequeira, a little touch inside. Shavula playing a very advanced role tonight for Altitude. Often see him in the left back position, but can play left wing back and left winger. But looks to be playing up front for Fally Bass's side tonight. Oh, he brings that down. Kang takes it off his foot. Nice through ball for McMillan. Knocks it wide, but well closed down again there by Tippe. Chenko looking for room up the wing, but ends up playing it into the middle to Polisi. His ball headed on by Sangas, snuffed out again by Tippe. Shmachenko heads it in the air, it's picked up by De Sequeira. De Sequeira going himself, he needs some options here. Tries to cut it into the middle, looking for Oliver Herbert, but the Rovers clear it only temporarily, and Altitude keep the pressure on here. Nice floated ball into the box, headed clear by Tomei. Altitude again pick up the loose ball. Shavula now trying to dance his way past Tomei, goes down, seemed to handle that, so if it wasn't going to be a free kick one way, it should have been the other for handball, as McMillan sends it up to O'Hay up the wing. O'Hay does so well to get past Walters, but Puhalj does well to come down. O'Hay wins it back, nice ball in for Sanga to try and chase down, and Tinmouth had to be there with the boot to put that into touch, as the action flowing from end to end here. 10 minutes in, and it's been a very fast-paced start by both teams. McMillan, little touch inside, it's a loose ball, and it's picked up here. Herbert outside to De Sequeira. Such a dangerous player, the Brazilian. One of my favourite players to watch in League One BC. Very strong TSS Rovers side out there this evening. Altitude missing a couple of key pieces. Their captain, Giordano Pinto, and forward Igal Brook are missing. We'll get into why in a second as Rodriguez plays that back to Shavula. He in turn has to play this back now to Puhalj. Diagonal ball looking to try and get Bushman Dormand, but TSS clear it up the field. Tepe. Nice little flick outside by Bushman Dormand. Ball comes into the box looking for Di Sakera. Shmichenko with an important head on that to knock it clear. Altitude though still keeping the pressure on. Herbert. A little chip forward looking to try and play in Shavula, but Tomei with a diving headed to clear that. Now can the Rovers bring it out? Nice interplay there between Kang and Polisi, and it's Kang that's bringing this one forward. Shavula closing him down along with Azar Manoon, both of them putting the tackle in fairly and cleanly, and Altitude come away with the ball. So yeah, Giordano Pinto and Igal Brook are missing because they're both currently in Toronto playing in a 6v6 golden goal competition that you might have seen on social media. $100,000 first prize in that one, so we wish them all the very best. They're also featuring in the infamous, I guess, Las Vegas 7v7 tournament that will be taking place in a few weeks' time. Shavula now for Altitude. He's wanting to show that they won't miss those pieces tonight. And it's been a good start by the visiting North Shore side here. Nice crossfield pass there from Puhalj. Headed into Bushman Dormand, but a big boot to clear that one away from Nick White. If you check on the TSS Rovers social media tomorrow, you'll see some stuff from Nick White. A day in the life of a semi-pro player. He's been cataloguing what his day is like in the build-up to one of these matches. Will it be a happy ending? I guess we will find out in about 90 minutes' time. Shmichenko, long ball, trying to play in. Oh, hey, Nathan Walters easily dealing with that. You need a better ball forward than that to get ahead of Nathan Walters. Azar Manu now. Both teams moving the ball around well and some fast back to front progression play, but not really too many goal mouth opportunities so far. TSS hoping to change that now as Polisi goes forward, looks up to see what passes on. Sanga just a little bit slow getting forward there. McMillan now plays that to O'Hay. McMillan goes down. It's going to be a free kick about 20 yards, just over 20 yards out from goal here, and this is a very dangerous position for TSS. We know Matteo Polisi can certainly hit these. The other free kick expert, Kyle Jones, missing tonight after picking up an injury last Sunday in that Unity game. Four-man wall for Altitude being lined up by Luca Ortu. You can bet your bottom dollar here that Polisi is certainly going for goal, and there's a big gaping gap at the postage stamp corner. He surprises me by not going for goal there. That looked prime Matteo Polisi free kick territory as the ball comes back in from the Rovers. Headed clear by Altitude, and they're going to get a chance to break. It is a 3-on-2 break here as TSS trying to get numbers back. Bushman Dorman, he's got Herbert in the middle, but well closed down there by Josh Tomei. A little push in the back of Bushman Dorman for good measure. But it is going to bring up a corner here for Altitude. Herbert over to take this one. He was a rookie last year, Oliver Herbert, with UBC Thunderbirds, making 4 appearances for the T-Birds. He'll send this corner high into the box. Sandu comes out, punches it away to the edge of the box. Rodriguez tries to bring it down, forced wide. Still Rodriguez though. Peruvian floats one in looking to try and get that onto the head of Tippy, but it's headed clear. And the Rovers will bring it out now with McMillan. He will play it back to Tomei. The Rovers will regroup as Tomei tries to send that up the right wing. Doesn't quite get the direction on it, and it's out for an altitude throw in just inside the TSS half. Fast-paced action continuing here. As a Manu with a bit of a loose one. Ball still in though, and Bushman Dorman keeping TSS penned in at the corner, but the Rovers will now come out with it, and Sandhu will put the big boot on that and send it up the field. Flag up there on altitude as the ball comes forward. "16 minutes gone. Still scoreless here at Swangard Stadium. And the Rovers not being able to bring the ball out here under the high press from altitude. Now they do get a chance to get something going. Ball chipped forward, not really to anyone in particular. Long throw and nearly runs favourably through to Bushman Dorman, but easily mopped up by Nick White. Carson Bushman Dorman, 21 years old, but he has certainly got quite an impressive resume so far. He's played in Estonia, he's played in Switzerland, he had trials over in Germany with Borussia Mönchengladbach and Hertha Berlin. Even played in the CPL last season, making 6 appearances for York United. Trying to find his next pro move by impressing in League One BC this season. And he already has 1 goal to his name through Altitude's first 3 games and some good performances as well. The ball comes back to another player that's had time over in Europe, Luka Ortu. In his 3rd season now with Altitude, suffered a horrible injury in year 1 of League One BC. Only managed 3 appearances as he came back from that last year. Has been playing over with Rapallo in Italy. Now back between the sticks for Altitude. Bushman Dormand. Does well to get away and send that cross in, but can't quite get the direction on it. And that will run behind for a Rovers goal kick. TSS seem to be struggling to get much going right now. Offensively, it's Altitude controlling the play, and that will please Fally Bass. Pujols brings it down for Rodriguez under the pressure of Kang. Albert Kang coming off a very impressive VMSL season here in the Lower Mainland with champions BB5 United. Really one of the key players on that team, runs the midfield. Bushman Dorman sends it into Sakera, the loose ball picked up by Shavula. A little step over by Wish Shavula. And he sends that in, a peel that comes off the hand of Josh Tomei there. TSS maybe thankful that there's no VAR in League One BC. But a good sliding challenge from Josh Tomei. Long ball forward, looking at playing Shavula again, just onto the head of Tomei. Feel that is going to be a really good battle tonight between those two. As again, just a hopeful ball forward by TSS. Now they've got a chance with Sanga. Good block there by Halk Tipe. TSS though keeping the pressure on. Sanga floats one in over the head of O'Hay and just runs through the back before Conor McMillan can get himself onto that one. League One BC would like to acknowledge the following league partners: CIBC, Gatorade, the Cruyff Institute, Derby Star, Macron, Vibrant Performance, the Canadian Premier League, One Soccer and BC Soccer. Zohar chests that down. Again, the pressing play of Altitude forcing the Rovers back. Tomei trying to send that up the wing to Albert Kang. Kang coming off a 5-year college career down in NCAA, 4 with Loyola Maryland, and then made the switch for his 5th year to the Hofstra Pride. He had 2 goals and 6 assists in his 22 appearances. Here come Altitude again. Tippe plays that one forward to Tinmouth. Oh, and a loose one there from Tippe, and here's a chance for the Rovers to break. Quick breakaway from Gurman Sanga, cuts into the box, looks to cut inside, goes down in the box very theatrically, threw himself to the ground there. Referee Ramic not having anything to do with that one, and quite rightly so. But players slipping all over the place there. They had the sprinklers on in between the 2 games, and Shavula there just losing his footing, bringing down Albert Kang. This is the only League One BC action on Friday, as we get a little bit of a break for some treatment for cramp. Nathan Walters going down in the back and allowing everyone to regroup. While he's doing that, I'll let you know the other fixtures coming up this holiday weekend, because the game's coming thick and fast. Sunday at Thunderbird Stadium, Whitecaps Academy takes on Rivers from Kamloops. The women go at 3 o'clock in that one, and the men at 6 o'clock. That game will also be broadcast on the League One BC YouTube channel. I'll have the call from that from Thunderbird on Sunday afternoon. Then on Monday, your holiday Monday, if you're looking for something fun to do in the Lower Mainland, get yourself along to the North Shore. Kinsman Field, Altitude in action again as they take on Unity FC. The women go at 1 o'clock at that one, the men at 3:30. And if you've never taken in a game at Kinsman Field, highly recommend that you do. It's such a historic venue in Vancouver and the Lower Mainland, and it's just a great day to spend watching 2 games of football. It's the action back underway now. Remember, you can keep up to date with the action all season long with the new League One Canada app. Look for it in the Apple Store and the Google or Android store of your choice. Get all the results, fixtures and live notifications of everything that is happening during your favourite team's matches. The app just waiting to be updated with the first goal in this one. You feel it could be coming soon as TSS battling away, forcing Altitude back here. Nice long ball forward here though for De Sekera to chase down. Shmachenko actually keeps that one in. No, he doesn't. If late whistle there, but I thought it had gone out. The whistle wasn't forthcoming immediately. That is going to be a TSS throw in about midway in their own half. Remember, if you want to get in touch with us during the broadcast, we'll like to make these interactive. You can do so by leaving a message in the YouTube chat. Soccer Vids feels that was a handball on Josh Tomei in that altitude chance a few minutes ago. I need to watch that one back. Certainly looked a good shout for it in live action. We don't have replays this year in the League One BC games. Ball chipped forward now for McMillan. Takes a nice bounce for him. O'Hay just hesitates and waits too long, and a important foot in there from Azar Manu, but Walters has to play that into touch. McMillan again. He's got a lot of players around him. Tries to thread that one through to O'Hay, but that was asking a lot. A giveaway though comes to Kang. He's forced back by Shavula. Polisi now. He'll send a dangerous one into the box, looking to try and play that in to Gurman Sanga. Altitude not taking any chances there, getting a foot on that and knocking that one out. And TSS are going to bring up a corner here, and Cian Proctor over to take this one. Haven't mentioned him tonight so far. He's had a quiet game out there. Player that's about to make a move to SFU for the coming college season. Proctor sends this one to the back of the box. It's headed clear. And Shavula now will get a chance to bring this one out. Sends it up the right wing, more in hope, I think, than expectation. And Zohar will pick that one up and try and get something going again here for TSS. And referee blowing the whistle here for something. I'm not quite sure exactly what. The fourth official is calling him over. Cian Proctor. Guess it must be a little bit of blood or something on Cian, or they're checking his wrist for something. At least it's not like MLS where he has to go off for 2 minutes. They'll just get this all fixed up and he'll be back on again in a jiffy. Polisi now for TSS. Again closed down very quickly by Rodriguez. And that's a loose one given away there. But one back by TSS. So it was a nice little flick on from Bushman Dorman, but just didn't get enough on that, allowing Zohar to pick up the loose ball. As the half-hour mark approaches here at Swangard Stadium, we are still scoreless between these two teams. They did play out a 0-0 draw here at Swangard in the first ever meeting between the sides back in June 2022. Proctor now back on the pitch and playing that out wide to Sanga. Tries a little flick on, but can't keep that one in. It's going to be out for an altitude throw-in on the far side. About 15 yards in to their own half. Tippy looking for some movement here. I think he's going to have to just send it up the right wing. It's flicked on by De Sequeira, but Rovers pick up the loose ball. Comes right back though to Tipe. Now Zohar puts his foot on it, slows things down, and the Rovers will build out from the back. Up the right side was the plan. Shmachenko forced to turn back again though by the pressing play of Atos De Sequeira. De Sequeira coming off an 8-goal season for Reno's Fury in the VMSL. Tipping out, spreads that through to Herbert. He's twisting and turning under the attention of Kang. Herbert gets it back. He's got space now in front of him. Gets into the box, looked to possibly give it to Shavula, but I think Shavula knew he had strayed into an offside position. But out should do well. Rodriguez floats that one in, and it's just over the head there of De Sequeira. And that's going to run behind for a TSS goal kick. It was goalless in the first half in the first game before the game burst into life with 3 goals in the second half. Are we going to see the same again in this one, or do one of these teams have what it takes to find the breakthrough in the last 13 minutes of the first half here? I have to feel Altitude's been the better of the two teams, just edging this for me right now. Zohar, as has happened so often for TSS in the first half here, whenever they get the ball, there's just no options available for the pass. Altitude having a very solid defensive game. Proctor now gets a chance to send a high one into the box, onto the head of O'Hay! And we've got the first goal of the evening. Devin O'Hay superbly meets a brilliant cross in from Cian Proctor, and he's over celebrating in with the Swan Guardians. It's his second goal of the season and the first assist of the season for Cian Proctor. The new SFU man to the graduated SFU man, playing for TSS. 34 minutes gone, and it's TSS Rovers 1, Altitude FC 0. That was such a beautiful chip ball in there from Proctor. Pinpoint accuracy onto the head of Devin O'Hay. And even with that, O'Hay had to do a lot to make sure he directed it past the diving Luca Ortu. Could the keeper maybe have done a little bit better there?
TSS Rovers goal, his second of the season, scored in the 33rd minute.
This one, Guardians smoke fills the air. I think there's a little bit of hesitation from Ortu on the goal. It's like when it left O'Hay's head, you kind of saw him caught a little bit in two minds, and he doesn't make the dive right away. As a dangerous through ball there, looking for De Sequeira, forcing Sandu to be off his line quickly there to deal with that danger, as Altitude look to hit back right away. You've also, on that goal, got to give a lot of credit to Connor McMillan. It's a cheeky little back heel into the path of Proctor to get the cross sent in. And that will certainly boost TSS's confidence in this one. They're a hard team to get back on level terms with once they go ahead. Here goes Sanga, looking to add to their tally. Hits the byline, cuts that one back. It's over the head of everyone. Runs to the back to McMillan. He'll play it back to Tomei. He whips that in, looking for O'Hea again. Loose ball, picked up by Herbert, and now a chance here for Rodriguez to bring it forward. With that goal, O'Hea moves level with Polisi and Sanga on 2 goals for the season for the Rovers. And you can smell the sulphur from the Swan Guardian smoke up here in the press box. Oh, again, dangerous play at the back there by TSS. And they really need to watch that. Disakera is so dangerous when he gets those kind of opportunities. But again, quick thinking and good footwork by Justin Sandu dealing with that danger. Herbert brings this one down. Plays it out to the far side now. Good movement here as Tinmouth cut inside, but play that forward to Disakera. Looking for the return pass, but now instead it's O'Hea streaking forward here for TSS. Here goes TSS again, a through ball looking there for Polisi, just gets a little bit ahead of him. Shavula now, tearing up that left wing, it takes an unfortunate bobble for the young defender, and he clatters Josh Tomei accidentally, immediately puts his hands up to the referee to apologise for that. No malice in that at all from Wiz Shavula, 21-year-old fullback. Normally playing a very advanced kind of winger role this evening. Smichenko plays it back to Sandu again. This time though, Disakera not closing in on Sandu. And here's a chance now for O'Hea to chase this one down with a flag up by the near side linesman very quickly there. Did look offside. Hope you're enjoying all the action wherever you are watching this at home. Thank you for SoccerVids for all the comments in the YouTube stream. Be like SoccerVids, leave some comments in the YouTube stream. Let us know where you're watching this one from. If you're enjoying the match, and any thoughts you have about League One BC, or you can get in touch on Twitter at AFTN Canada. As we move into the last 6 minutes of the game here. Friday night, under the lights at Swangard Stadium. There's nowhere else I would rather be. As O'Hea forced wide as well to keep that in. Nice little touch back heel again by McMillan, trying to play in O'Hea. Conor McMillan hasn't seen a back heel he doesn't want to take. Very skillful player. Moved into coaching roles now. Zohar with the long ball forward. Walters in a tussle there with O'Hea. Altitude do get it clear. Only picked up though by Proctor. Beats one, beats two. Still Cian Proctor. Plays it out wide to Sanga. There's 4 Rovers in the box waiting for a cross here. Sanga sends it in. It's onto the head again of O'Hea. But this time he can't direct it on target, and that's going to go wide and out for an Altitude goal kick. That goal certainly put a spring in the Rovers' step, and they're playing with a lot more confidence now after Altitude had looked the better side before that goal. If you've just tuned in, just missed a goal. 34 minutes. Devon O'Hay brilliantly heading home. A Cian Proctor cross in from the left. McMillan battling away in the far side. He hands it off to Sanga. Sanga doing well, twisting, turning. Still Gurman Sanga. Hits the byline, cuts the back. It's going to fall for Polisi. He gets the shot in. Crashes off the bar, off the back of R2. And it's tucked away for a second for TSS Rovers. Connor McMillan. Johnny on the spot. Connor on the spot, I guess we could say, as he puts that one away. Unfortunate for Altitude as Polisi's shot crashes off the bar, off the back of R2 in the Altitude goal, and Conor McMillan is not going to miss from there. 41 minutes gone, and it's TSS Rovers 2, Altitude 0. Conor McMillan's first goal of the season for TSS. And as things stand, TSS heading back to the summit of League One BC. And that's where they want to finish the regular season. The prime priority for everyone connected with TSS is to finish top of the regular season and claim that League One BC berth. They want to be in the Canadian Championship for the third straight season. And if they keep playing like this, it's hard to see who's going to stop them. As Polisi gives away the foul there. So unfortunate for Altitude. They've played really well, and as I mentioned, they were really the better team for much of this first half, but TSS just have this knack of being able to turn it on when it matters most and doing the damage when it matters most. And they've got 2 goals to show for their first half efforts, and they're not home and dry yet by any means. And they've certainly got some dangerous firepower, Altitude, to try and test TSS in the second half. If they can just nick one back before half-time here, that's going to be very different half-time team talks. McMillan becoming the 5th TSS Rover to have found the back of the net through their first 3 matches. 8 goals in 3 matches now for TSS as they are starting to really find their feet and turn their screw. This is their home opener as well. The last of the League One BC sides to have their home opener. And you've got to say the Swangard pitch looking absolutely lovely out there for these games. Hope you've enjoyed the action. Whether you're watching it live on your Friday night or whether you're watching this on demand. So we now move into the last minute of regulation time in the first half here in Burnaby. That loose ball picked up by Shmachenko. He thinks about tearing forward with it, ends up playing it back, and TSS will just play a little bit of keep ball here to run the seconds down in the first half. Rodriguez forced back by Kang. Still the Peruvian though. He slots it through to Shavula. He's got 3 options in the box. Doesn't get a good delivery though, and it's turned away by Shmachenko. Polisi now battling away there with Ali Azamanu, but the Altitude midfielder unfairly challenging Polisi there, according to referee Amir Ramic. So we have moved into first half stoppage time. No boards from the fourth officials tonight. So we're going to guess. I'm going to say there's like a minute of first half stoppage time, 2 at the very most. There was a little stoppage as Nathan Walters got some treatment. Can Altitude reduce the deficit before the half? Bushman-Dorman's pass there. Played to a streaking Tinmouth, but just behind the player, and now it's a chance for TSS. Can they maybe add to their tally before the break? It's played inside, looking for O'Hay. Walters does well to clear it. Rodriguez out to Tinmouth. Bushman-Dorman forced wide by Proctor. Cian Proctor playing a left wing-back role for TSS tonight. No, from speaking to Brendan Teeling, he does feel that he's got that option in him to play that role. You normally see him on the left wing. Can also play through the middle. Almost had to play that position in the Canadian Championship game against Pacific, as TSS weren't sure they were going to have any fit fullbacks for this game. It's good to see Gabe Escobar on the bench as well for TSS tonight. Talking of left backs, he's fighting his way back from injury and might see some action and some minutes in the second half. As Ortu now distributes that one into touch, and that will please TSS in the dying throes of the first half here. Can't be too much time left, but is there time for one last hurrah here? And no, it's going to run all the way through to Justin Sandu. That is going to be the last action of the first half. It's a 2-goal TSS Rovers lead. Devon O'Hay heading the Rovers ahead in the 34th minute from a Cian Proctor cross, before Matteo Polisi crashed one off the crossbar in the 41st minute. The rebound ricocheted off the back of Luca Ortu straight into the path of Conor McMillan in front of goal, and he wasn't going to miss that easy tap in. It's 2-0 TSS. Do Altitude have anything, an answer to come back in the second half? We'll go stick the kettle on, grab your biscuit of choice, and join us in 15 minutes to find out. Welcome back to Swangard Stadium for the second half of League One BC Men's Division action. It's 2-0 to TSS Rovers at half-time. What do Altitude have in response for these second 45 minutes? They will be kicking off, shooting from left to right in the all-black jerseys. TSS in the red jerseys with the white numbers and white shoulders and trim. A substitute at half-time as we get a very impressive foul 9 seconds into the second half. Nodding my head in agreement with that. I like bringing that intensity straight off the bat. Not quite sure David Rodriguez does, as he's down in a heap from that challenge from Devin O'Hay. There has been a half-time sub for Altitude. Coming on is number 6, Matthew Marshall. Not sure who has made way. I think it is Hockey Tippé, which will be great from my point of view. It'll save me butchering his name for the second 45 minutes. Matthew Marshall, I can handle. For TSS, a half-time sub as well. Number 19, Michael Hennessy, has come on. We'll see who has made way for him. As the ball goes all the way back to Arthur Hennessy. Closing down Michael Hennessy, the 19-year-old wearing number 19, the hero for TSS in that Canadian Championship game over on the island against Pacific FC a few weeks ago, with a goal that I don't know how many times I've watched that back now in the YouTube highlights. It's just fantastic to see. Sadly, I turned the match off at that point and then don't watch the last 15 minutes or the penalty shootout. But it was great while it lasted. Hennessy on action right away, getting the shot in, and it takes a deflection and goes wide for a goal kick for Altitude. Has yet to score his first League One BC goal. Could this be the half that does it for Hennessy? Still trying to work out who has gone off for both the teams. No fourth official boards tonight, sadly. So we're on our own a little bit here. I think it's number 12, Albert Kang, that has made way for Michael Hennessy. Hennessy plays as an out-and-out striker, but can play that attacking midfielder role. But here's a shot coming in from Oliver Herbert, and a big stop there from Justin Sandu to turn that one around his post. First real goal-mouth opportunity in this second half, and a fierce strike coming in there from Herbert. Sandu more than a match for it and turns it away. Altitude, though, will have the corner. They need to produce something in this second half to get themselves back into it. Played some good football in the first half, and Herbert will send a corner in. It's headed clear by Hennessy. Run through now for Rodriguez. He plays a cross in, gets away from everyone and just runs into the arms of Justin Sandu. Matthew Marshall, that's come on for Altitude at half-time in his third season now with the North Shore side in League One. Played 3 games in the 2022 season before being an ever-present for Altitude. Last year was third in the team in minutes as well in 2023. Just coming back from a successful VMSL campaign with Inter. And in the wars already as the trainer called on here for Altitude. Marcus Puhalj, the player down getting treatment there after the challenge. And the action back underway here. Nathan Walters will bring this out. Puhalj coming back on. As Proctor picks up the loose ball. Polisi now. Polisi getting forced back by Herbert, but keeping hold of the ball. Good play there by the veteran as Zohar chips that forward, looking for O'Hay. O'Hay and Hennessy have this understanding they built up last year at SFU in NCAA Division 2 action. O'Hay, the GNAC Player of the Year, and Hennessy, the Rookie of the Year as well. Both of them had very strong season for Clint Schneider's side. O'Hay, 9 goals and 9 assists from his 18 games played, so a goal contribution in every game for him last year. Getting the opening goal in this one tonight as well. Hennessy had 13 goals and 3 assists from his 18 matches, so 2 of them do provide a deadly outlet for TSS in the second half. And the Rovers will be quite happy just to give up possession here and put in a solid defensive effort in the second half as Sanga picks up a yellow card, much to his disbelief there. But I think that's a good decision by the referee. He knew what he was doing there in bringing down Rodriguez. Actually, sorry, it was Marshall that he brought down there, but he still knew what he was doing. So Sanga's going to have to watch himself for the rest of this second half. Definitely a lot nippier now for the second half of this one. Temperature has dropped considerably. Lofted forward there by Walters. Picked up by Tinmouth, and the wild shot comes in there, not troubling Sandhu or the Rovers goal at all. Really good crowd out here at Swangard tonight. And I look around, I'd maybe estimate we're looking at 700-800 fans in attendance this evening, which is fantastic for this Friday night under the lights. TSS looking to try and make it a 6-point evening as well. If you weren't with us earlier, the women got their first win of the 2024 season, 2-1 win over Altitude. The men 2-0 to the good just now in this one as Proctor high and forward looking for Sanga. It's headed out though by Marshall, who's been very much involved in the action for Altitude since coming on at the half. Proctor with the throw in, gets the ball back from Zohar, and he'll just play it back to Shmachenko. TSS will want to add to their tally, but they won't be urgently pushing forward. As Hennessy, nice little flick outside to McMillan. He's got room to cut inside. Gets into the box, McMillan hits the byline, and it's just taken away from him before he can cut that inside to Hennessy. But the Rovers will get a corner kick on the far side of the field. And it's going to be Kean Proctor over to take this one. Sanga standing in front of Ortu as Proctor sends this one in. Onto the head there of Nick White. He sends it into the danger zone. It's punched away, clear to Hennessy, who smashes that off the right-hand post. Fantastic strike there by Michael Hennessy. Don't know that Ortu knew too much about that one, But he can just look on with relief as it hits the outside of the post and out in the 55th minute. Nearly a third there for TSS. Tinmouth, doesn't have the weight on that for Shavula. And Hay does well to win that off Puhalj. Palisi, nice little touch inside, and Timmy try to knock that inside to McMillan. Oh, hey, nice little back flick there into the path of Palisi, but that was well read by Marcus Puhalj. But it's carried out on the far side there, and it's going to give the Rovers a throw in. They quickly get on with it. Palisi falls to the deck. Fair challenge, though, by Altitude, and they'll get a chance to break. Tries to play the crossfield path there, looking for Tinmouth, and Sanga going in heavy there on Marshall. Sanga's going to have to watch. He's on a yellow card. I immediately looked at the TSS bench, and Brendan Teeling talking to his assistant there, maybe considering a change and bringing Gurman Sanga off before any other rash challenge there from the winger. But Sanga has been such a key piece to this Rovers attack, with 2 goals and 2 assists through the first 2 matches. It's kept in by Disakera. He uses his dancing feet to get past Proctor. Sends a dangerous low one in, but Shmachenko there with a big clearance and puts it out for a throw-in right down by the corner flag. Disakera takes the throw at it. Little back heel there by Dorsman. Bushman Dormand, and it's just run out of play by Disakera. Those two linked up very well in the game against Harbourside that I did about 9 days ago now, our previous game of the week. Next broadcast on the League One BC YouTube channel will be Sunday from Thunderbird Stadium as Whitecaps take on Unity. I'll have the call from that one. 3 o'clock kickoff for the men, for the women, 6 o'clock for the men. Whitecaps Rivers, I should say, not Unity. Rivers making the long trip from Kamloops for that one, hence the later start times. They'll have to probably avoid the snow, I think. I think it's missing Kamloops at least. Hennessy tries to quickly get on with that free kick. Next game of the week, or games of the week I should say, next Sunday, with our first visit to Cloverdale for Unity FC taking on Rivers once again. You get back-to-back Rivers action. As TSS Rovers, Palisi standing over this free kick, 2-man wall. Palisi lofts that into the back of the box. It's onto the head. It's flicked forward, and it's pawed away by Ortu to deny Gurman Sanga. A great header from Sanga. TSS keeping it alive. Palisi whips it in this time, and the looping one is over for a goal kick. But what a save that was from Luca Ortu from point blank range. Gurman Sanga 6 yards out, diving, getting it on target, and pawed away by the big Altitude keeper, using all of his 6'2" frame to keep that one out of the net and keep it as a 2-goal game. TSS have had the better of the chances in this second half. Could be 4 goals to the good. They are just 2, so Altitude still very much in this one. The next goal feels huge in this game. Tinmouth plays that inside to Herbert. We know that he's got a good shot on him, and this time takes the sting out of it with a deflection, runs through to Sandhu. Herbert's had the best chance for altitude in this second half, with an equally great save from Justin Sandu to turn that one away. As we go past the hour mark here in Burnaby, half an hour of Friday night action left. O'Hay now muscles his way past Walters, a lovely ball inside here. Michael Hennessy tries to get the shot off, but it's well defended there by Marcus Puhalj. And the Rovers give away a free kick there. Both Soccer Vids and Jenny Pateman in the YouTube stream saying what a save, and a great save there from Luca Ortu, and it most certainly was, as the Rovers make a substitution here. Coming on in the 61st minute is the number 8, Ivan Mejia. I think it was number 7, Conor McMillan, that made way. Mejia still getting himself back to full fitness after a groin injury during the VMSL season. Throw-in taken as O'Hay tried to flick that one through. O'Hay gets the loose ball back. Battling away there, Gurman Sanga, and he wins a free kick for his side. Sanga moving over to the right-hand side for now. Can play both wings, Gurman Sanga, and looking to impress in League One BC after spending 2023 in MLS Next Pro with Charlotte's MLS second team, Charlotte Legacy. 12 appearances for Charlotte during that MLS Next Pro season. As Polisi sends that one in, it's on the head of Danilo Shmychenko, and he makes no mistake from about 5 yards out in the 63rd minute. It's TSS Rovers 3, Altitude 0. Danilo Shmychenko with his first goal of the season, and he took that so well. He's been doing it all season long in Vancouver Metro Soccer League for BB5 United. His first goal in League One for this year. I think that might actually be his first goal for TSS in League One BC. I don't think he scored in 2022. Definitely didn't get on the score sheet last year for them. So well done, Danilo. It's been a long time coming, but he certainly took that well, as someone on the Altitude bench is getting a yellow card. I'm going to guess they weren't happy with the free kick decision. As the red smoke fills the air once again.
TSS Rovers goal, his first of the season, scored in the 63rd minute. Number 17, Danilo Shmychenko.
Don Andrews with a brilliant announcement there of Danilo Shmychenko's goal, bringing applause from around the good crowd in here at Swangard. Hopefully we can see the Swangardians celebrating with their smoke if Altitude can get the ball down to this end. They are pushing just now, and it's getting a little bit chippy out there. The cards are starting to fly, and the goal scorer Shmychenko just picking up a card there. Big centre-back's going to have to tread carefully now for the last 25 minutes here, as Altitude have a free kick. Big numbers, big bodies up here for Altitude from this one. Good delivery in the box. It's flicked on by Shevchenko. Comes through to the back, but offside position. There was Ali Azarmanu. Shot hit the side net and anyway, but found himself in a good position as Shevchenko just couldn't get enough on that to head that out. The Rovers, that third goal, you feel that might have put the game to bed, but you know Altitude is going to battle all the way to the very end. You don't want to switch this one off because I feel there's more goals to come in this. Oh, and we've got one. Fourth goal for TSS in the 67th minute. The long ball forward, and it just seemed to catch everyone by surprise there. All came from the back as a long ball from Shevchenko. Initially had won a throw-in for TSS, and it's tucked away there. Good work from Devon Ahay out wide to send that into the middle, and it's deflected. Michael Hennessy shot a deflection there. I'm trying to see who it was that it came off. I think it might have been Matthew Marshall, but it's an own goal. And I hope the Swan Guardians have brought a lot of smoke. They've fired it out yet again here. Altitude though will keep on pushing. But for TSS right now, just watching it back there, it's Ambrose Tinmouth, the unfortunate player for Altitude that Hennessy's shot deflected off. Altitude though, still pushing. Herbert now. Nice little touch outside to Shavula. Plays it forward to Bushman Dormand at the edge of the box. Playing into the smoke now.
TSS Rovers goal is scored as an Altitude FC own goal, scored in the 67th minute by number 19, Ambrose Tinmouth.
Mejia. Using his Colombian dancing feet to spray the ball out wide. Talisi now turning away inside to Zohar. This time the Swangarian smoke is working its way across the pitch. The last few seems to have gone more into Central Park, but this time around we definitely are going to be seeing it on the stream. As Nick White is lost in the smoke just now and plays the ball back to his keeper. Substitute coming on for Altitude there. The number 36, Yayo Matumbo, the former Whitecaps residency player. Just joined up with this Altitude squad. Coming off a very strong rookie season for Maryville Saints in St. Louis. 22 games played, 11 of those starts. 3 goals and 4 assists for Matumbo. Looks like it's Atos de Sequeira that has made way. Although it is quite hard to tell in the smoke who exactly is on the pitch just now and who isn't. And another altitude sub coming up, and the unfortunate man that just scored the own goal a few minutes ago, Ambrose Tinmouth, is making way. And we'll see who is coming on here. And it's number 11, Adrian Poor. Adrian Poor, the 18-year-old, played 5 games for Altitude last season as a academy call-up from FC Fally. Played this past winter season out in the Fraser Valley League with Van City Pro, where he bagged himself a couple of goals. Altitude are just looking for a goal from anyone tonight to try and reduce this 4-goal deficit as we move into the final 18.5 minutes here at Swangard. Free kick comes high into the box. Proctor heads that one clear, and it's going to be an Altitude throw-in. Mutombo quick to get onto this one, but Altitude forced back, and they will try and build now out. Puhalj chips that one forward. Big head there from Shmachenko to head that clear. Bushman Dorman now plays that into the middle. And Nick White with a boot to clear that. And a lot of cheap fouls getting given up by both sides right now. Swangard Stadium, it's 5 goals past Altitude, and TSS just not letting up there. Great work by Gabriel Escobar, almost making a dream first appearance of the season with a goal just moments after coming onto the pitch. Touched on to the crossbar, the rebound fell nicely to Devon O'Hay. He gets his 2nd of the game, his 3rd of the season. He's moved into the lead now in the scoring charts for the Rovers. And I think the goal seems to have broken initially the scoreboard on the stream. It went back to 0-0.
TSS Rovers goal, his 2nd of the game, 2nd of the season, scored in the 77th minute by number 18, Devon O'Hay.
So just was trying to watch the goal back on YouTube there. So as you will know, because you're watching this at home, apologies, it would appear our stream went down. Some slight technical issues here. I think you've probably lost about 4 or 5 minutes of the match. But I'll describe the goal for you, because you never saw it. It was a free kick, quickly taken, and Michael Hennessy stole forward. The ball broke to Gabriel Escobar, who had just come on as a sub just inside the box. He cut inside, fired a shot off, saved by Ortu, tipped onto the bar. The rebound fell to Devon O'Hay, 2 yards from goal, and he had the easy tap in to get his 2nd of the game. So apologies for the loss of stream there. And Altitude will need to regroup quickly because they are back in action on Monday at home at Kinsman Field, where they will be taking on Unity, with the women's game going at 1 o'clock and the men kicking off at 3:30. Get out to that one. It's a fantastic environment. Altitude put on a great game day experience for you as well. It's TSS pushing more for some goals here. And Palisi with a shot blocked by Walters. So to maybe recap some stuff that you might have missed as the stream froze there was a couple of substitutions for TSS. So Gabriel Escobar, the number 3, has come on for his first appearance of the season. Came on for Kean Proctor in the left-back position. As a wild shot comes in there from Bushman Dormand. And the ducks in the duck pond at Central Park will be awoken from their slumber by that one when it eventually comes down. The second sub that had come on just before the goal as well, Nick White making way in the centre of defence, and Ben Houghton, the number 24, coming on for TSS. And another couple of subs coming on for TSS just now. Koji Poon coming on up front, the number 15. Devin Ahay, the 2-goal hero, making way for his former SFU teammate Koji Poon. We'll see what the other substitution was here. As right away, Hennessy sending a dangerous ball across goal though, but not really testing anyone there as it runs wide. Ahay's goal, I think, came in the 77th minute. It's been a 5-star performance from Shure from TSS here. But Altitude, to their credit, have not given up, and they're still fighting away here to try and get some consolation. As I mentioned, Altitude are hoping to try and get their first playoff appearance. It's going to be tight for the 3rd, 4th positions in League 1 BC. You can certainly be sure about that. So goal difference could come into play. That is the 3rd tiebreaker this year in League 1. Most wins is the first tiebreaker. Head-to-head is the 2nd, and 3rd being goal difference. Mahia dancing his way past a couple of Altitude players. Poon now looking up for his fellow rookie from SFU, Hennessy, in the middle. Forced to play it back though to Mahia. Still even Mahia. Nice little give and go there with Poon. Dispossessed though by Stasi Aheo, who's another sub that's come on for Altitude. And a yellow card issued to Michael Hennessy. It's been a lot of yellows in this match. I'm starting to lose track. Hasn't been a dirty game either, which is surprising. There's been so many yellows picked up. But Stasi Ahea, that's come on, the number 10 for Altitude, in his 3rd year now with the North Shore side. 22 appearances over those first 2 seasons, and a goal and an assist to his name as well. And there is Ahea with a bit of a wild one in the end. Got the power, just didn't get their direction, and not troubling Justin Sandu there in their TSS goal. Moving into the last 5 minutes of regulation time now. Marshall looks up, he's got some space to run, just overruns that, and Escobar takes it off his feet, but Out should get it back. Escobar, though, picks up the loose ball. Nice little no-look pass there from Gabe Escobar, the El Salvadorian international. Here comes Altitude. Nice ball into the middle. Just can't get taken out of the grass there by Yayo Mutombo. Not sure if the stream was up when Mutombo came on either, but if not, Mutombo came on as well. Mejia now. Dances past one. Dances past two. Plays it inside to Hennessy. Has another look and goal. Michael Hennessy slips though as he takes that one. And the referee's going to blow the action dead as an Altitude player down in some pain on the ground. And it was Marshall that was down there, but he's up no worse for wear, and the action will get back underway with a drop ball. Altitude going to be falling to a 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses from their first 4 games. For TSS, it's a 100% start to the season. They have been in rampant form. It's 11 goals for, just 1 goal against. They're just minutes away from registering their 2nd straight clean sheet. And if you're a TSS Rovers fan, things are looking very good for your side right now. And could they get even better? Mejia. He's got his dancing shoes on tonight and pulls down Marshall there. And I thought another card was coming out the way that they've been going in this second half, but Amir Ramic keeping it in his pocket this time. Matthew Marshall has certainly been in the wars. He's only been on the field since half time, and he's been on the end of quite a few robust challenges, let us just say. He's just checking that his shoulder is still in its socket right now. And oh, that was a little punch from Marshall into the back of Mejia there. A little bit of payback. Don't think the referee saw that one. Polisi does well to turn away. Moved up to 2 assists with that assist on the 3rd goal from the free kick. Tied for the team lead on 2 goals with Gurman Sanga. There's another card coming out now. Wish I started to keep track, because it feels like we're approaching double figures now with the yellow cards. That one goes to Josh Tomei. At least it's rotational fouling by TSS. All yellow cards so far. That's the good old-fashioned 70s style of defending. Aheo, he's looked lively since he's come on for Altitude, forced to play that one back. Shot comes in there into the side netting, and Mutombo casting a kind of downbeat figure as he played that shot. A couple of seasons under his belt in League One with the Whitecaps, Yayo Mutombo. Was with the Whitecaps from under 13 level from 2017 up to 2023. Rodriguez still battling away out there. Puhalj, long ball forward, easily dealt with by Shmychenko. Mejia, perfectly weighted ball to Escobar, who chips this one into the box. Shavula there to clear that one. And now Dorman Bushman. Bushman Dorman even will bring this one out. Bushman Dorman, he's got Shmychenko ahead of him. Deflects off the big Ukrainian, and it's going to be out for an altitude goal kick as we move into stoppage time. With no official, fourth official board, we'll guess that it's probably going to be about 3 to 4 minutes here. Certainly been a few stoppages. Altitude, I think, are just going to want this one to end, though, by this point. But they've got a chance maybe to grab a late consolation. But that's high over the head of everyone. Runs through to Rodriguez at the edge of the box. Rodriguez chips a nice one in, and Walters with the header. But the flag up from the linesman. Altitude can't catch himself a break. And the Rovers with the goal kick forward. Koji Poon dancing through everyone, but can't get past Shafula in the end, and Altitude now will bring this one out. And the ball forward there to Mutombo, but again the flag up by the near side assistant referee. And it all comes to nothing for the North Vancouver side. They will need to regroup quickly, as I mentioned. They've played well, though, in their first 3 matches, with a win and a draw from those games, sitting on 4 points. They were sitting third in the table going into this one, so they shouldn't be too downbeat. They have had a good start to the season. They've just come up against an absolutely rampant Rovers side this evening, who are still pushing and looking for more here. Polisi, you know he would love to get on the score sheet here. And that ball played in too close to R2 before Hennessy can get onto it. Ball forward takes a deflection off Altitude, but Puhalj is there to deal with the danger. Into the death throes of this one now, and TSS just playing keep ball to let the clock run down. And long ball forward. Walters misplays that one. This is going to allow Koji Poonen. Cuts it back. Ball falls to Mejia in front of goal, and it's 6 of the best for TSS. Even Mejia pouncing on the loose ball in the box, and he makes no mistake from about 12 yards out. It's TSS Rovers 6, Altitude 0, and a first of the season for Even Mejia. Good work there, though, by Koji Poon to get that chance set up. Mejia now the 7th different scorer for TSS through their first 3 games. And that is the last real action of the game as well. The referee puts Altitude out of their misery, and it finishes here at Swangard Stadium. TSS Rovers 6, Altitude 0. The goals, 2 in the first half. Devon O'Hay heading home a Cian Proctor cross in the 34th minute. 41st minute, Conor McMillan in the right place at the right time as a Matteo Polisi shot crashes off the bar, crashes off the back of Luca Ortu into the path of McMillan, and he buries from a few yards out. In the 63rd minute, Danilo Shmechenko headed home a Matteo Polisi free kick. 4 minutes later, it was 4-0 to TSS, an own goal by Ambrose Tinmouth. In the 77th minute, O'Hay got his second, and deep in second half stoppage time, Even Mejia makes it 6-0. That is how it finishes at Swangard Stadium. TSS Rovers go back to the top of the table, 9 points from 9 to start their 2024 League One BC campaign. I've been Michael McCall. Thank you for being with us all evening. If you're watching it on delay, thank you for watching that as well. I'll be back on Sunday for Whitecaps against Rivers in League One BC action. Until then, have a good weekend. You can give me a follow on Twitter at AFT in Canada, and we'll be back at the pitch soon. Night, everybody.